Let me know. All right, I'm Connor Ferguson. This is Always Race Day. This is Sam Hafertepe Jr. He won here tonight on night 2 of the Knoxville 360 Nationals, and this is Infield Beers. How are you?
Doing good, man. A lot better after tonight.
Oh, shoot. Josh, you're already going to get ran over here. Your third prelim win in this event. You don't have one yet, and you're starting 13th on Saturday. What's your mindset going in?
I really hope the track, they get the center pretty hard, get the bottom not so gripped up, get the top pretty thin, and I think with a track like that, we can probably do something. You know, if it's like it was tonight, I think it's going to be hard to get through there. It's just 360 competition has gotten so heavy in the last 3 years that it's hard to make up a lot of ground.
Is there, I guess, any doubts left when you lead a race like that, you're in clean air the whole night? Is there any wonder in your mind, how's my car going to handle going through a pack?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a challenge because, we race a lot of shorter tracks throughout the year, so you don't really encounter a lot of...
Pick a way to turn and we'll go either way, Josh.
You don't really encounter you don't really encounter a lot of dirty air at some of those places, but I feel like we've got a pretty good package in dirty air here. I feel like when we've had to start a little bit further back, we've been a little too tight. But I've got a good mindset going into the things that we need to change to be able to maneuver.
To have a car that fast, to hold off Brian a couple of times when he tried to pass, same with Corey, what does that mean for you, especially at a place like this?
I feel like, I know they got their runs, but I felt like our car, I was one-dimensional. Like, I wasn't going to move off the bottom unless I saw a nose. And I felt like it gives them the opportunity to actually try things. And
I would have lane over, Josh.
I would have liked to have tried stuff, but I was worried that if I did try things that maybe I'd get past. So the only reason I moved when I did is I saw Brown's nose off before there, so I kind of protected, and I know that probably opened the door up for Eliason. But I felt like once we got back to where we needed to get, I felt like that last restart, we felt like we were driving away.
All right, so I'll give you some time to think. But new segment, we don't have this named or anything. Something that no one knows about Sam Hafertepe Jr., because I want to give you my favorite fact, is you hold the track record of any car that's raced at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yes, I do.
How cool is it knowing that, and that's probably going to stay true for a long time now, and how cool is it in the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like we were obviously picked to be that guy at the time, and our teams probably was a little smaller than most other teams. Like, we had decent stuff, but I felt like we came in there maybe not as prepared as other teams could have been, and to put down the lap that we put down was just badass. I mean, and it's something that probably is never going to go anywhere. Thank you.
Here, Josh, we'll go that way. Beautiful. That way you don't have to worry about running into people. This is a road course. Infield Beers. So you're from Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
How did you get into racing 410 sprint cars, 360 sprint cars, and how did you turn into what I call you the god of the 360s, because it just seems like anytime I watch a 360 race, Sam Hafertepe's leading it.
Yeah, I mean, I started racing go-karts when I was 11, and I turned 15, we got a 360 limited sprint car with like a, steel motor, small wing, and that's kind of what I dabbled in for about a year or two, and then right after that, we were up into ASCS and, ran that for 3 or 4 years and all family operation stuff. And, after that, my dad said, well, let's go on the Outlaw Tour. And it sounded really dumb to me at the time because, we really weren't running any 410 stuff, but that forever changed me. Like that did it for me. Taught me so much. I was kind of out there on my own crew chief, doing my own calls. We hired some good guys throughout the year just for temporary. We had a guy like Guy Forbrook. We had Sammy Swindell. We had Kenny Woodruff, and probably my mentor, Rick Ferkel, has probably taught me everything that I still use today. He's been instrumental in my career. He's challenged me to always be better. And I feel like that kind of propelled me to where I am today.
And talking about ASCS, obviously World Racing Group acquired the series at the start of the year. Have there been pros and cons? What have you liked? What have you not liked about it? And how are things going overall on that end?
I feel like, when we started out, I felt, it was kind of a sketchy start because, you know, you got two guys that are in new positions that have never really been in that position before. But, you know, the last month or so, the guys have really done a badass job. The organization's getting together, like everything's starting to click right. You know, at the beginning of the year, I was like, man, what are we doing? Like, is this ever going to work out? And these guys have busted their ass and they've done a good job. And the thing I look at going forward for, you know, running 360s and things like that, like what I look at is where's the top for 360s, because I think we're going to find it with the World Racing Group. I don't know how far it can go. I don't know, you know, obviously 410 racing right now is as good as it gets, you know, as good as it's been. But I think 360 racing is going to thrive too. I think these guys are going to start paying a lot more money. These guys, the point fund's going to go up, the tow money's going to go up, and I think what you'll see is a lot of guys trying to start tackle that.
What do you think the biggest obstacle of that is, and convince me that it isn't engine prices?
Yeah, I mean, everybody talks about the cost of 360 versus 410, and yeah, the initial value of buying an engine, it's there for sure. But you know, like you're not taking 410s near the length of laps you're taking a 360. 360 races also a lot shorter distance races. Tire bill's way cheaper with 360s. Like we won 2 features this year on the same right rear. You know, like back-to-back nights, and we won Lakeside, and then we turned around and won Wichita on the same right rear tire. You'll never do that in a 410. And those are some of the things that are, you know, we talk about this stuff on our podcast, like the expense. Like, you know, Dominic's actually kind of went in there and said that, man, you know, it probably cost me $5,000-6,000 to drop the door at a 410 race. And I'm like, yeah, probably it does, because to race competitively in the 410s right now, you got to have 3 really good guys working on your stuff. 360s, it isn't like that. You know, I'm my own crew chief. You know, I got one guy that works for me right now, and we can drop the door for $1,500 to $2,000. You know, so that's some of the different stuff there with the 360 deal. I think it looks promising going forward, but it'll be just like anything. If they raise the purses and they give us something, you're going to have bigger teams come in there too. So just situational, really.
All right, well, you're the crew chief. We'll let you get back to helping your team load this baby up. If you're not here tomorrow, get your ass here to Knoxville at some point in the next 10 days. It's going to be an epic into whole national season and everything. This is Sam Hafertepe. This has been Infield Beers. Thanks for watching.